Hello, Huples Cat. I'm going to go on a little tiny bug out, and this one is going to be pandemic bug out.
I can't help you.
We need help, please.
Stop right where you are. Don't come any closer, I'm infected.
I'm scared, my baby.
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm declaring a state of emergency with a province-wide stay-at-home order effective 12:01 a.m. Thursday.
So I have a choice. If I take the bridge, goes that way, which way I want to go to a car park I've been picked up in, and it's a lot easier to walk on this, but I have at this point seen 3 bicycles and a jogger. And there is housing now, unfortunately, all around this area, which is new. So I'm going to take the side trail. These unofficial trails are everywhere. Kids and young adults on mountain bikes make them, plus people like me who like to walk off the beaten path. As you can see, the path itself is actually very, very asphalty, perfect for biking, but both me and Kitty have on multiple occasions biked on this. I'm thirsty. This is the East Holland River. It has no major industrial areas, no major intensive farming areas near it. There might be some heavy metals in there might be some pesticides, but it'd be low amounts. What there isn't in here is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons is a killer in terms of getting water. I have water a lot of places, but how do I get water on a bug out or a get home mission in Canada, given the fact there's water loads of places near me, so I don't have to actually carry much. I have water purification tablets that work for what I need it to work for in my area, which is specifically Giardia and Cryptosporidium. It's a good idea to have it protected for E. coli. People poop in water, so do animals. Viruses is always an issue, so it's kind of good to have that. But for me specifically, Giardia and Cryptosporidium is the biggest threat I have because of deer population and beaver population. Because of deer and beaver populations. So, a plastic jug, 1 litre, which is 32 ounces, and a bandana. This is a trick I've never seen anywhere. What you basically do is I'm going to put the bandana completely in the bottle. I'll show you that. I'm going to use the umbrella tip to do that with. Get the bandana completely evenly around it, and then gently shove in the top of it so it goes all the way to the bottom. If you're smart, have some elastic bands. I do not. And then you dip into the water, finding a safe access point because you don't want to get wet. Making sure you've secured your access point. Fill the bottle. Now, this should be considered contaminated. I don't really consider it contaminated in this type of water. When you're taking it out, try not to drip it in. There you go. Then pop the tablet in, wait half an hour, depending on what this says. Wring it out, hang it out to dry. I know I'm coming back this way because I'm doing about basically 7.5, 8 kilometers, 5 miles out, and I'm doing the same coming back. So I've probably got about another 10 to 20 minutes in one direction. So I'll let it dry out a bit. Good idea to have the instructions for this sort of thing. 4 hours if dirty, 30 minutes if clear at 20 centigrade. So basically I'm going to put it in for about 30 minutes and then drink it. This type of water should be reasonably safe for me. So the tablets I'm using are Catadine Micropure. I find they're the most expensive and they're actually somewhat hard to get at times, but they're a bit more effective than Aquapure. So I'm quite happy to use Aquapure. One of the drawbacks of the Catadine is that you need scissors or a good knife to actually access the tablet. You can try using your teeth. I don't recommend it. However strong they are. Once you put the tablet in as fast as you can, and this is a key thing that everybody doesn't do. Put it in a backpack. Do not have it in sunlight for the 30 minutes it takes to form the chlorine to kill everything in there. Sunlight actually will deactivate it. You'll still get the chlorine taste because it works partially, but it won't guarantee fully use it. So when you use a water purification tablet, don't have a clear bottle. And if you have a clear bottle, mine's blue but it's kind of clear, put it away out of sunlight. At every stop where you access equipment, stow it, put it in the backpack, think about it, make sure you've stowed it correctly. Don't leave stuff behind. I'm leaving that bandana to dry out a bit. The beauty of the tablet method for get home or indeed bug out, me, because I have access to lots of water everywhere around me in central Ontario that's clean, is I can just literally dump my pack wherever I need to go, look at the water for a bit, go there, grab the water, Go back to the pack, do all the treatment of the water at site, out of the way, not actually at the river. For the sake of convenience and because there's like nobody around, I'm doing it at the riverside. I don't recommend that. Grab the water, carry the water, treat the water when you think it's safe to do so. Don't necessarily think you have to do all the steps for every skill you do on a bug out or get home journey at the same time. This knife sliced into it, got it out straight away. It's actually a martini knife for those people who are interested in such a thing. A book's a lot cheaper, but this is a pretty decent knife. And I carry a knife with me in the pack in some bug out situations because I don't want to have the police see me with a knife, but I might want access to it for self-defense. In other scenarios, I would have the knife on my belt, and I might possibly have two knives on the belt, one on either side. And in fact, in some scenarios, specifically some urban areas where I'm trying to pass through in a real problem, I have the knife out and in my pocket, in my hand, so I don't have to draw it out of the sheath. Yes, yes, guns are good, they kill people, they're hard to aim, they run out of bullets, and they're very noisy. Where possible, the goal is to stay hidden, stay away from anybody's attention. Firing off a handgun in an urban area tends to draw attention, depending on where you live, of course.
Help me.
Stop! Stop!
My baby's sick.
Stop!
Please help me.
Stop! I'm infected. I can't help
No,
you.
we need help, please.
Stop! Right where you are. Don't come any closer, I'm infected.
I'm scared, my baby.
I'm sorry, baby. Stay. There's police quarter of a mile that way. They'll help you.
I don't know if we can make it
Go.
a quarter of a mile.
You can. Go. I can't help you. Go. Go. I'm infected. Go. Go. So that's where I'm going, is over there where the traffic lights are. To have a look for the car park to see if I get picked up. The things change, and if you don't regularly go across routes and have a look and think about it, even Google Earth won't really give you some clues. For example, it'd be hard to see what they've done here. Now, of course, I could just easily trespass on this, but this is not for real, and I'm going to respect what they're saying. I've never actually seen a meadowlark. Pretty cool bird. So I'm going to respect it. It'll curve me around to where I want to go. Let's go and see if we get a car there to pick us up or whether they've let us down. So I've been out 2 hours, and if I'd really tried to press it, it would have been about an hour and a half. But I just phoned my friend, and she's sick. Very, very sick, so she's staying in bed. So what am I going to do now? Well, I've travelled about 5 miles, 2.5 miles an hour, variable train. 3 miles an hour would have made me happier, but to be honest with you, I kind of dawdled because it's quite beautiful on this section of the trail. I'm going to go back home and reevaluate. I foolishly emptied out all of my EDC stuff from my backpack to make it lighter so I could get here on time. And 8 o'clock was the pickup time, and I'm here at 10 to 8, quite relaxed. Couldn't get a bit fine, able to scope out the car park, no threats there, able to get to it easily enough. But she's sick, and that plan has gone up in smoke. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go home, regroup, think about what I'm going to do, and what I should do is head out, have a good sleep today, and head out tonight at about midnight on a bike and go as far as I can, sleep in a ditch, go as far as I can, sleep in a ditch, go as far as I can. I'll probably be at the Shy by that point, or another day. Quite doable. On foot, she better pick me up in the car or I'm out of luck. And in SHTF, a sudden collapse scenario, relying on a car may well be a terminal decision. I am going to go back without the mask on. 2 hours in this, except for 2 water breaks. Way too much. I am quite hot. I'm going to take this off again, and I'm going to drink some water and show you some of the sights in daylight that we wandered through in the darkness. So for 2 hours I kept the mask on, apart from drinking twice. Very uncomfortable, but quite doable. In a scenario where airborne infection is present in people and massively serious, people don't keep the distance because they don't know what they're doing or that sort of thing, and they panic. You want to have the mask on if people come up to you. This is the same argument I've been using for over a year with people with full beards who claim they're preppers, who say that they live in the middle of nowhere and they ain't shaving their beard to have an N95 fit properly. Absolutely crazy. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. You never know who's going to suddenly pop out of your field and walk right up to you. If you can put an N95 on like I've been wearing, you're going to be much safer if there's no beard or moustache underneath it. On a trail like this, there's quite an easy way of dealing with people coming close. You move away from them. And hold your breath. It's not rocket science. The other thing you need to know is the nature of the beast that you're facing with. SARS-CoV-2's been around long enough now that we're all pretty sure that the majority of infections are into the nose, not the mouth or the hands to the eyes. Fairly sure of that. So that's why I'm not wearing goggles. That would make it very uncomfortable. To have to walk fast, for me, with a mask on and goggles would be pretty uncomfortable and somewhat unnecessary. I wear glasses anyway. One of the things we recommend new nurses do in the ICU is go and get a non-prescription set of lenses and glasses to wear at work. So literally, if they don't need glasses, wear glasses at work. Protects your eyes. I'm also using my umbrella as a clothesline. You can also use an umbrella to sit down on and keep your bum dry if there's dew or rain on the seat. Time to drink some water. It smells of chlorine, which it should. What does it taste like? Oh, it's really good. Good, not as good as Berkey filtered water, but it ain't bad. Hits the spot. Bear in mind, times for these tablets are minimum and it's temperature related. So if you can keep it in here for an hour, that's usually good if the water was clean. 4 hours if the water was very dirty going into it. I really don't know if I'd ever have to drink dirty water around here, but you never know. Well, I have miles to go before I rest. The Oscar goes to... Oh, hang on, I want a video of it. So it's like a good end bit. Ready? Just click it off, click it on.
This is a sick baby production.
2021. Oh.
Don't worry, he survives.